Uncle Sam is really good fun. This has a really decent narrative. The characters are brilliant. I really thoroughly enjoyed this one. This was released in 1996. It's directed by William Lustig, written by Larry Cohen, with a cast including David Fralick, Christopher Ogden, Leslie Neale, Bo Hopkins, and various others. And I'll read the logline from Letterboxd, as this is what initially drew me to it. This and the poster. I love the poster and the marketing artwork. Absolutely adore it. The logline reads as follows. It's 4th of July weekend, and the recently discovered corpse of Sergeant Sam Harper rises from the dead to punish the unpatriotic. I love it. I love that concept. But actually, there's a lot more to it than that. And I will not go into any spoiler detail, but it really impressed me. It has a really nice story. It focuses on Sam's nephew, who is actually a really sweet character. He's a lovely little boy. Really liked getting to know him. And I was also quite surprised, pleasantly surprised, to find that the first half of this felt like more of a drama. Wikipedia lists it as a black comedy slasher film, and I do think as it develops it gets more into that, but the first half just felt a little bit more like a drama until things develop a bit, and I really enjoyed that. It felt like it had a little bit more substance. It made it a little bit more moving and meaningful as things progressed, so I think it had a really nice balance there, with the first half offering something a little bit different to the second half. And we also have some really great character writing, and the narrative is really enjoyable up until, well, the whole thing's enjoyable, but about halfway we get into the horror aspect. And sure, if somebody were to argue that it took a long time for the horror aspect to kick in, yeah, I can see that. But I do think that it works well on this occasion, and it's very rare that I will say that. If a horror film takes a while to bring in horror elements, ordinarily it's annoying. But because leading up to that, it's so sweet, it's so lovely, the story is really well written, and the characters are really likeable, I actually don't mind it. But just worth bearing in mind that it does take a little bit of time for things to become a bit more intense, and for it to become a really good, fun horror. The design of Uncle Sam is great. We have some really fun costumes. We have a fabulous red, white, and blue colour palette through the costumes and the decor. Really great camera work and lighting. Good use of sound, sometimes adding to the suspenseful atmosphere. It's really good fun. And I can't really find anything about it that I think should be done differently. It's a well-executed narrative with a lot of substance, a lot of fun, well-written characters, great performances. Visually, it's very satisfying. As I said, if somebody were to argue that it took a little bit of time for the slasher element, the horror element to kick in, yes, I can see that, and ordinarily that would bother me. But because I really thoroughly enjoyed the events leading up to that, on this occasion, I actually don't mind it, and ultimately, I thought Uncle Sam was a pretty delightful film.